Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Rise of a Triad Ludicrous Edition Dark War. And when last we left off, we've made it to Oscuro's Dark Nest. We chased him through a canyon, defeating many monks along the way, and now we are at his final sanctum. But why is it called the Dark Nest? Why is it not called the Super Ultra Secret Bunker or something? We're going to find the answer to that soon enough. There are 5 dark staffs here, 4 healing fountains, and 3 suits of asbestos armour. Why do we need these when the way to Oscuro is right up there? Because if you rush over there and grab that flight power-up, you will miss here and you will miss here. And these are incredibly important alternate pathways, for they lead the objective of this level. Defeating Oscuro is just one part of it. The other part of it is destroying all of these eggs. But you see, Oscuro has been laying eggs to ensure that even if he perishes, his plans will succeed. For any one of these eggs can hatch into an Oscuro descendant who can then take over / destroy the world. These eggs are quite durable. They can't attack back per se, but they do explode when they run out of health. If you're too close to that explosion, you will take damage. Now we want to take out all of these. These don't count as enemies. And we want to do that. That touch plate is important for getting the proper ending. Proper ending where you destroy every single one of Oscuro's eggs. And here are more of them. Egg! We'll destroy those, and we'll line these up, destroy them, and we'll do that. Might as well use this dark staff, because we can't go back here once the flight power expires. So there, oh, missed that one. Dark staff, you need to be very careful where you aim. So, we do this, we grab his dark staff, we grab the Oscuro key. The Oscuro key is going to be very important. So now we go over here. We don't need that. We'll grab this. We'll grab another asbestos armor, and we will save. Now, save over this one. When we get the flight power up, there's a few things we need to do very quickly. So, flight power up acquired. You will see these areas here. There are 4 of them, and there are Oscuro walls. There are also touch plates. There's one over there. We need to touch that. And then there's another touch plate here. This touch plate is incredibly important. We need that to get the true ending. Right. This area is open. We don't need anything there. We want to get that touch plate over there. This will probably get the attention of Oscuro. And it has. Oscuro is in snake form, and he's pretty mad. Now there's one more over there we need to get, and it is here. Then we need to ignore Oscuro, go over here, fly here, and use this secret wall to gain access to a super secret area. What's in this super secret area? I'm glad you asked, because there are even more eggs! Let's destroy all of the eggs! What are the other enemies I'm hearing you ask? Are they enforcers? Are they net troopers? No! They're monks! Because of course they're monks! And there are tons and tons of bats here. So many bats. Now we do need to be careful because there are lots of flaming floors here that will hurt us. The good news is we have taken out half of the non-boss enemies on this level. The bad news is we have all these eggs to destroy. Now I'm going to leave 1 egg behind. Of course I can hit these eggs and then save before I destroy it. Use that 1 egg as the way to get the bad ending. I'm going to save that asbestos armor because we're going to need that asbestos armor when facing Oscuro. You need to destroy Oscuro with missile weapons, like all the other bosses, and he's quite tricky. He's pretty fast, he has a magical spit attack, and all round, he's a pain. What he didn't plan for was me being persistent and knowing about this secret. I can't imagine how many people played all the way to the end of Dark War, defeated El Oscuro, only to get the bad ending because they didn't know about this. Perhaps they realized after completing the level, due to the fact they didn't find all the secret walls. Destroy that. Destroy that. You can destroy that. I'm not going to. Now, there was another Dark Staff here. Grab that, just to make things a little bit easier. Don't get hurt by that. That. Now, there's a couple of monks here. Don't worry, we can get them. That's one. And you. And that's all but one. There's one here. And we got him. So there are no more enemies outside of El Oscuro. We'll leave that egg there. That'll be the egg that we leave behind. There's also a skybox here in case you want to beat yourself into that and lose your life. We don't want to do that. We've got this far. We've got this far. I'd like to get another staff. There are quite a few staffs here. The game absolutely gives you all of the tools you... Darn it. All the tools you need to prevail. So, let's save the game. Right here. And then we're going to destroy this. Now there are no more eggs. Egg no more. Right, we're going to grab that. Then we're going to go all the way back here and hope that El Oscuro is there. That's a little unfortunate. So we quickly go into here, run away, and use the staff on him. El Oscuro, be gone! Now we need to be very careful. He will get faster. He will get faster as he takes more damage and as more of the heads get destroyed. To make sure that we always have... Oh, I think that's the last head. Okay. It's time for some drunk missiles. Where's El Oscuro? El Oscuro is there. He appears to be unable to pathfind to me. I'm quite glad for that. Let's go over here. Grab a new asbestos armor. And be joyous that his pathfinding is not doing so great. Okay. Let's get his attention. Hello, you. Just gonna have at the hit. Stay away from that spit. Where is he? He is... not there. Oh, he's there. Okay, he's there. Just need you. Come on. Come this way, El Oscuro. Oh. Okay, we need to be careful. We need to... get that. Oh, he's right there. Okay, I really want a better missile weapon than this. That's a better missile weapon. That's also not bad. But I would prefer... that. Okay, where is he now? El Oscuro is there. You look a bit lost, sir. Come this way. To a monk crystal. Let's shoot him here. Oh, careful. He's pretty mad. He is in fact very mad. Okay, grab this. Grab a firebomb. Come on. Come at thee. Will we defeat him? He has been defeated. Perish. And with you goes the cult. I better get off that because I'll burn. He does look to be in a lot of pain. Soon he will be no more. Gonna wait for him to stop exploding. Oh, he's gonna float up. One more spell, maybe? Whatever it was, it clearly didn't work. El Oscuro is no more. And that's the last we'll ever see of him. Right? Right? Got all the secrets? 89% health?
Yes.
We got the DIP bonus because we got the 3 orbs and the extra lives bonus. 99 extra lives. We got 990,000 bonus points there. and 100,000 bonus points, giving us a final score of 5,325,731. And what difference does that make? Absolutely none. But it makes me feel pretty happy. Whatever that is, we've got to destroy it. Explosions! Every game like this needs explosions at the end.
Oh no.
Monastery burns. El Oscuro is dead. The world is safe. Imagine if we'd have missed one of those eggs. That would have been terrible. Due to budget cuts, the government could not afford another skiff, so the hunt swam the 20 miles back to the mainland. You've destroyed El Oscuro and all his descendants. Well done. Thanks. So, Hunt members, how do you think the mission went? I'd like to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I think I got shin splints from all those jump pads, but hey, action-wise, I've been in tougher bar fights for crying out loud. Seem pretty confident.
Yes.
Apart from the other Hunt members saying I looked like Richard Mulligan, it was quite a success. Some of the monastery's ironwork was very nice. I also committed loads of heroic vandalism. That you did, Kasati.
很好.
It was quite easy, actually. I just pictured the enemy having the face of my ex-husband. Man, I was a force of nature. We didn't get to see what they were doing. They were slaying tons of enforcers and monks off to the side,
right.
out of view. I was kind of disappointed. I think I used the missile weapons way too much. Next time, bullets only. Nothing sweeter than a headshot from 100 feet. You and I, we're on the same wavelength here. Do you like Serious Sam by any chance? I'm still trying to adjust in the aftermath. It's kind of tough. I mean, I save the darn world and all people ask about is my name. Sheesh, I don't know why they do that Ian Paul Freely. It's a priceless name. Truly a name of legend. And now we get the credits. Oh, what a fun campaign this has been. That said, it did have the period with enforcers, and there weren't too many enforcers, but there were all the monks. There was the level with 230 plus monks. Fourth episode really liked monks. But, all in all, Rise of the Triad Dark War is an absolutely amazing and enjoyable campaign. It's got just the right amount of mayhem! But there are 2 more still to play. And originally my plan was to play The Hunt Goes On after this. But no, I've changed my mind. People have told me that Extreme Rise of the Triad is not as bad as I think it is. So you know what? I'm going to take you for your word there, folks. If it's not as bad as you think it is, I will do Extreme Rise of the Triad next. And if it turns out to be far worse than you think it is, then I can just point at you and go, "You did this!" This game is dedicated to the memory of William Scarborough and Stephen A. Hornback. What a game to have dedicated to you. So we're going to be doing Extreme Rise of the Triad after this, but not before I show off 2 more things. First, I'll be showing off the bad ending for this campaign, and then I'll be showing off the warp-only levels. There are quite a few for Dark War, and they have their own gimmicks. I know one of them, and it is quite the level. The people who worked on the music for Rise of the Triad, absolutely fantastic music. The people who worked on this game, absolutely fantastic, because this game's really good. All the little changes that were made for the Ludicrous edition to bring it to the modern era. Such a fun game. I should have played this years ago, and that's the sign of a game that I really like. I look back and go, I should have played this 10 years ago, 15 years ago. But I'm playing it now, and that's what matters. It's music is incredibly bombastic. If only they'd have paid for another skiff, and everyone who was forgotten in 2013. I'm sure you got most of them. There's the copyright for Apogee Software. And the programmers. The creative director, Tom Hall. You did a great job, Tom Hall. Apart from all the monks, could you please laid off on the monks? We could have done with a few less monks. If Extreme Rise of the Triad is all monks again, we're gonna have words, Tom. Spoiler alert, there might be a lot of monks. There just might be. Oh, Lee Jackson and Bobby Prince with the music. You did a great job, both of you. You really did. There are the robot models. We didn't get to see too many robots. We'll see a lot more in Extreme Rise of the Triad. Special thanks to all these people. Everyone who worked in this game did a great job. The Hand of God, Tim Never's hand. Well, what a hand that was. Dog Snout and Paw, Loki, the carpet wetting maestro. Good job, Loki. Immortalized in this game forever. Twist's chair, Stephen Blackbird's comfy chair, Mariana's paper and glue. The character voices. Oscuro was Tom Hall. Chris was Joe Siegler. Character voices continued. Lee Jackson was Doug. Very important thing there. We all remember Doug, right? Tom Hall was also all the monks. So that level, which had 233 odd people, it was all Tom Hall. Every single one was Tom Hall. We have the actors for the low guard, for they were motion captured. The alt low guard. Some people were brought back into the game, character-wise, as the high guard, that were originally meant to be in it but were cut. They were added in for Ludicrous Edition, which is nice. There's the alt high guard there. A lot of effort was put into this game, a lot of effort. There's the Over Patrol. There's the Strike Team. Where's the Enforcer? Where's the Enforcer? There's the Alt Strike Team. Come on, the Enforcer's gotta be here soon. Nope, that's the Lightning Guard. That's not the Enforcer. Enforcer next. There they are, the Tried Enforcer. George Broussard. That's his favourite grenade. And there's the Death Monk, who's Lee Jackson. And this Deathfire Monk was Alan Blum III. Then you had the Robot Guard himself. Such a good job. Well done. I hope your career blossomed after this. General Darien. We were not, in fact, toast, Darien. You were toast. Buried you in a lunchbox. Sebastian Christ, Joe Siegler. And then the enemy. I really liked him in Star Wars Episode 12. I hope that doesn't age badly. And that's El Oscuro, Tom Hall. He is shocked that we completed the game. Actors who were cut from the game. Here they are. The actors who were cut from the game. The Deathfire Monk. We also have the Over Patrol here. Matt Miller. The lightning guard here. The effort they went to put these back in. And the developers of incredible power, Susan, Tom, Jim, Stephen, Mark, William, and Chuck. There they are. Look at all that power they possess. Unstoppable. Immeasurable. Hunt is victorious. The end. It is not the end. This is only the beginning. It's only the beginning. If we press return, fades to black. Now go and celebrate the real end. Yay! Complete with silly hats. Press return now. And now we go back to the title. But before we move on to the War Pony levels, it's time to show off what happens if you mess things up and you don't destroy all the eggs before defeating El Oscuro. Let's see the bad ending. What if we had left this one egg going, I'm sure we can deal with one descendant of El Oscuro later on. It'll be fine. So we leave it behind, or we just forget to destroy it, and then we return back here and take on El Oscuro. There he is. Here, and we will blast him. We do exactly the same thing that we did before. That. And grab a bazooka, because why not? Where is El Oscuro? Once again, we engage in Find El Oscuro. He is there. He has moved slightly. There he is. Hello. Have some missiles. Need to fire more missiles at you. Now there's only one. Now we've run out of missiles, but that's okay, because we can just grab another bazooka and more asbestos armor. And go, have at thee! And there he goes! Need to use these to damage him properly. Oh, do not perish. Get some full health here. I'm sure this fight will be the last time we ever have to deal with El Oscuro. It's not like we forgot anything. We might have forgot something. It'll be fine. Look, he exploded! It's definitely the end. He is no more. And we get the same ending here.
Yeah.
We get all of those bonuses. We get this cutscene again. We fire all of the weapons. And get more explosions! What a satisfying conclusion. Nothing went wrong at all.
Oh, Lord.
Monastery burns! El Oscuro is dead. The world is safe. Excellent. Due to budget cuts, the government could not afford another skiff. Yep. Some 20 miles back to the mainland. Unfortunately, not all of El Oscuro's larvae were destroyed. 30 years later, a descendant of El Oscuro wiped out the entire world. But nice job anyway! Yay! Oh, that wasn't so good at all. Yeah, that's what happens if you mess up. And the world explodes. As it does. Try again. The world will not be safe until all of El Oscuro's larvae are destroyed. Find them. Luckily, we did find them. That's what happens if you mess up. And then the game puts you right back here, giving you another opportunity to right what you did wrong. At least the game says, hey, this is what you need to do, go and do it. You missed one. And when we come back, folks, the main campaign is done, but now we must go to the War Pony levels and experience them. And after we've done that, it's time to start playing Extreme Rise of the Triad. And of course we're going to be playing it on the same difficulty, but we are not going to be playing it as Doug. I have to remember which character we have to play as, because you need to be very quick at some points in Extreme Rise of the Triad. So certain characters are off limits if you want to find everything. But that's for the future. For now, we finish the main campaign, and when we come back, the War Pony levels of Dark War. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not. And if you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.